I started my search for my new deck online, as most of us probably do these days. I really wanted to find a company that I could feel like could help me find the right thing to do for what I was after. I didn't really have a lot of ideas in mind, so I was looking for a company that could help me get creative. I think I found Buresh just looking for reviews. I think I just literally typed in decks in Des Moines, and I realized that's not all y'all do. So it was certainly digging through a lot of different reviews on a lot of different items. I really checked out a lot of online reviews, tons and tons of great input from a lot of customers, a lot of great video from Brian online as well, talking about how he really looks at this work in a creative way. And even when things don't go right, you know, there's plenty of reviews out there about projects that went sideways or timing issues or problems that happened. It's all about how you deal with it. I remember reading in the materials as I was getting my project going, you know, that we're not perfect and we don't claim to be, and there's gonna be stuff that comes up. You just gotta let us know and we'll do everything we can to make it right, and that's true. Ian was my salesperson, and I absolutely, from the moment he walked up my driveway, knew I'd made a good call. And I knew from the beginning, right, he was really going to give me everything I was looking for to help me decide what was right for me. One of the things I really appreciate about anybody who comes to work with me and provide service is, you know, I need support. That's why I'm paying you. That's why I want you here. You're the expert, right? And I want input. And this type of a project is a big investment. This was not a cheap project. But what I think was most important about that was that I got what I needed, not necessarily what I wanted, right? Because I was able to ask the questions, and honestly, Ian asked the questions, right? He spent the time to really understand what I was trying to do and accomplish. The stairs off of this deck is a great example of that. There's a distinctive path that my dogs run throughout the yard, and I wanted to slow them down a little bit and reroute them. So I was considering stairs off the corner of the deck. And we landed on a different approach, which I couldn't be more happy with. The stairs go directly down to my landing, but turn a corner so that the dogs can't just run and speed it down and create that path. I actually looked at both Fiberon and TimberTech in the showroom, and actually the color is what sold me. So Ian did a really nice job of making sure I understood all of my different options. There were a couple of things that I considered. Durability is certainly one of those things. Oh, what made me happiest working with you guys? That is a really difficult question, actually, because we haven't talked about half of the stuff that made me happiest about this experience. Noah had came back the next day just to check in and make sure I was happy with everything. And there was just a small section under the deck, between the deck and the gate, that was not part of the install, that was going to be problematic for the dogs. It was just big enough for my small one to squeeze through. And so I asked him, I'm like, do you have any suggestions, thinking this was a project I would take on myself, given it wasn't something that was part of the project. And you know, he gave me a couple of thoughts. We talked about it for a few minutes. He's like, I'll be back this afternoon to take care of that for you. And he just swung back after another project he had in the afternoon, and he took care of sealing that section off. You know, I've already told friends and family about working with Buresh. I have shared mostly about the experience with your team members. I have just really enjoyed working with everybody. Everybody's a lot of fun. They have great ideas. They really care about the work that they're doing. So when I talk about you, that's what I talk about. I talk about you.